Devotion is one of the most emotionally devastating games I've ever played, and it's supposed to be a horror game. Not because of monsters, but because of what it leaves you with. For years, you couldn't even buy this game. It was quietly pulled after a massive controversy. So I just had to know, was that justified? No more waiting. Let's begin this horrifying journey. Our story begins in an ordinary living room. The kind that feels warm, familiar, lived in. But beneath the calm, something is wrong.
Oh, fuck me, dude. I don't want to play this game.
We hear the soft voice of a woman coming from a nearby room.
Yeah, I am. I'm watching.
She speaks gently, almost nostalgically, telling us about her daughter, Ma Mei Shin. She talks about Mei Shin's life, school, her friends, the dreams of a normal young girl growing up. Her voice paints a memory of innocence, a life that should have been simple, safe. But everything changes when the woman suddenly asks,
Mom, I'm tripping. Ooh, we got fish. Ooh, we got some. Oh! What's going on? Trying to do some ninjutsus? Huh? What's going on? Wait, I don't know where she is! I don't fucking know!
The moment the question hangs in the air, our character freezes. A chill spreads. The screen goes dark. The only thing visible in the dark room is a broken television, flickering violently, refusing to turn off no matter how many times we try. An arowana fish, symbol of luck and prosperity, still swimming as if untouched by the surrounding chaos. All the things this family believed in, yet none of it saved them. We walk toward a hallway, a door marked with the symbol of the year of the rabbit, 1987. Opening the door brings us back to the same living room, but this time, the lights are on.
Is it? Wait, what? Oh, is it gonna be like an infinite time loop type of thing?
The hallway to Mei Shin's bedroom is now accessible, but the door is locked, refusing to open.
Sucks. Yes, exactly.
So we walk further down the hallway, and suddenly step into a dark, rainy corridor, with a floating red umbrella gently swaying in the air.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Hey, what you got your umbrella for? Why is it raining indoors? What's up, main gamer? How you doing? Oh my god!
As we approach, the umbrella shifts into a pair of red shoes, lying in a hallway now smeared with blood across the walls and floors. Something terrible happened here. Something the house refuses to forget. Footsteps echo behind us. We turn around. A woman's apparition stands at the end of the hallway.
Bro, do not start fucking chasing. Oh my god!
We return to the same door, but this time, it requires a key marked 1980, the year of the monkey. 7 years earlier, opening it reveals the same living room, again, but empty, cleaner, almost new. On the wall, a film script is pinned, written by Du Fengyu, a screenwriter, and the father of Mei Shin. This script tells the story of a young couple moving into a new home, perhaps inspired by his own life. We explore the room and discover a photo of Li Feng, Fengyu's wife once an idol, a porcelain bowl, a trophy for the best screenplay.
If I hang these idols' portraits up, I think she'd be pretty happy about it. Oh, this is where we can put the portrait. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh my god.
When we place the photo in the empty bedroom, the room magically fills with furniture, and the walls become covered in Li Feng's pictures. Placing the porcelain bowl in the kitchen fully materializes.
Oh, can I put it here? Whoa! Oh my fucking god.
And when the trophy is set into the cabinet, the shelves fill with awards, shining brightly. Piece by piece, their beginnings reappear. A writer, an idol, a couple building a home, dreaming of a simple, happy life. But dreams don't last. Suddenly, the lights go out.
Whoa! Dude, I was gonna look at this potato chip bag or something. Okay, the lights are on only here. Oh my god.
The entire house falls into blackness. Only a flickering bulb in the hallway remains. Beneath it, a ballerina doll. Entering Mei Shin's room shows everything normal. Too normal.
You know, it's so cozy in here. Can I just stay in this room? This room's very cozy. I like the mistiness.
Returning to the living room, a distorted song begins playing.
It's oh, what?
The sound comes from an old radio. Approaching it, the world shifts.
Oh god. Oh god. Hello? Oh, whoa.
We appear in Fengyu's study. A matchbox rests on a desk.
Lighter, I barely know her. And we're dead. We just blew everything up.
Picking it up, we are transported again. This time deeper inside the room. We find a letter from Li Feng. This lighter is a Father's Day gift for you. a reminder of better times. Every door is locked except one, the front door. Stepping through, we return to the dark corridor once more, and this time, we are taken to the year 1986. As soon as we enter, we see several mannequins in the room this time, on the sofa, the work desk, and in the kitchen. However, the moment I glance away, the mannequins suddenly move to different spots, as if they are reenacting events from the past.
Oh, I got goosebumps. Why is he looking at me, bro? Ooh, I got goosebumps, guys. Oh, I don't like that.
In Mei Shin's room, we find a small toy chair.
Small chair when playing house. Very cool.
Meanwhile, in the master bedroom, we encounter a family photo scene where we pick up a small child doll, which reminds us of our daughter, Mei Shin.
Oh, should I put it down here? Should I put down the... Oh my god. Whoa.
When we place a doll on the toy chair, objects suddenly appear, and on the bed, a paper titled Birthday Grab materializes. This paper explains a tradition where, on a baby's first birthday, several objects are placed in front of them to choose from. It is believed that the baby's choice symbolizes their natural inclinations. For example, if they choose garlic, which sounds like calculate, in Mandarin, it is believed that the baby likes math and is suited for a career involving calculations. If they choose an onion, which sounds like smart, in Mandarin, it is believed that the baby is suited for work that requires intellect and logic. Thus, parents can draw conclusions and consider preparing for their child's future according to this tradition. When we turn around, the mannequins have moved again, now facing Mei Shin's room as if watching their child. As we walk into the hallway for the first time, the bathroom door is open. Inside, we find a piano songbook for a birthday song, which we can then place on the piano. Miraculously, the piano begins to play.
Aww. I don't know why, guys, but the happy birthday song always makes me tear up. It's just sweet.
Returning to the living room, we find a birthday cake with candles already lit. We place a ballerina doll we obtained earlier on top of the cake, and this happens.
What's going on? Oh. Oh, God! Whoa, go! Hey, chill out! Chill the fuck out! Oh!
Suddenly, the TV turns on by itself, showing a scene from a talent show called Rainbow Star Stage. But the broadcast cuts off as the TV shuts down. Now we exit the living room through the front door, returning to the dark hallway, and suddenly...
Oh! Bitch, who threw that? Hey, you better be careful!
We find an envelope containing a script fragment about a birthday. It tells the story of a child's wish on her birthday. The father promises to grant anything the child wants, but the child asks for nothing material. They only wish for the family to live a mirthful and content life. This message seems to hint at the nature of the interaction between Li Feng and Mei Shin. Along the hallway, we see various paintings of a small child who appears to be sick. Then we approach the same door as before. This time, the lock shows the year 1985, the year of the ox. As we enter, we realize many items in the room suggest that this family was about to go on vacation, but canceled at the last second. As we walk, Mei Shin's room is locked with a sign that says, "Wash hands before entering," and we can hear crying from the inside of the room. Eventually, we find a notice of injury/illness from Mei Shin's school on the table, reporting that Mei Shin has difficulty breathing and frequently visits the school clinic, which later referred her to the hospital. Then we enter the bathroom and try to wash our hands in the sink. However, our hands become drenched in blood that won't go away no matter how much we wash.
Killed somebody. We definitely killed the wife or the child. Oh god, it's all our fucking fault.
After that, we are finally able to enter Mei Shin's room and find a doll representing Mei Shin lying in bed, as if severely ill.
Oh, this is so sad. Oh no, I'm low-key about to tear. No, this is so sad to imagine just like a little girl being in this situation. No, this is so sad. Okay, I got you, girl. Oh my fucking god, this is like right in her heart or some shit. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my god. What the fuck, man? And obviously these dolls represent real people, so that means someone in... Oh my fucking god. No!
This causes a diagnostic report to appear, explaining Mei Shin's condition of chest tightness and difficulty breathing. However, according to the medical order, Mei Shin's condition initially wasn't too bad, but then we see that the rest of the report is torn, and we don't know exactly what happened next. Additionally, we find pieces of Mei Shin's x-ray film. When we exit, we see the living room has now transformed into a clinic. On the desk, we find another script. This time, it tells the story of a father trying to save his terminally ill child from pain by removing all syringes from their body. The mother is very worried about their child's condition, but the father says he found another way to save their child's life. And yes, it seems all these scripts are based on Du Fengyu's personal experiences. This family tried very hard to save their child. Mei Xin seems to have suffered from a long-term illness that is difficult to cure medically, and her father became frustrated and began trying methods other than medical treatment. We then walk again, place the x-ray pieces on the projector, arrange them in order, and point the projector at the family photo, specifically at Mei Xin's body.
Did I do that right? Oh, okay. Ooh.
Instantly, blood flows from the image, indicating Mei Xin suffers from an unknown disease attacking her respiratory organs. Then, a phone rings.
Alright, hold on, we got a call.
We hear the voice of a person who is Du Fengyu's mentor, named Hue. He has heard news about Du Fengyu's child and tells him to go upstairs and speak with him. So now we move out of the living room and proceed down a hallway that resembles a complex apartment corridor. Along the way, we see shadows of a small child representing Mei Xin's previous life. Instead of meeting Hue, we return to the living room again, this time broadcasting the continuation of the Rainbow Star stage program, where Mei Xin enters the stage. However, the broadcast cuts off just before Mei Xin starts singing. Then, we look behind the couch. It has disappeared. We see a family photo, but as we approach, a shadowy statue resembling a deity becomes visible. This is likely a clue about the other way Du Fengyu mentioned earlier. Suddenly, we seem to be trapped in a narrow room where red-colored water begins to flood the space that resembles wine.
Oh boy, what's going on? Oh god. Oh my god. Ooh, 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 ooh. What? Where's Mei Xin?
This time, we wake up in a bathtub and fall to the floor, where we see the figure of Mei Xin running. When we chase her, we find all the rooms are now locked, and the only path leads to the door we usually encounter. But as we approach, the door immediately closes with the words, "Collect fragments of the past, traverse into the flawless present." So after returning, the room becomes a junction for 3 doors, each showing a different date. We choose to enter the door labeled 1980 first. Upon entering the room, we see the same room as before, but this time we will delve deeper into Li Feng's life. As we enter, we see many shoes on the floor, a cookie gift box, and scattered chairs. In the back there is a mahjong table and a table with prayer offerings for a household guardian ceremony. This suggests the family is holding an event and inviting relatives or friends. This is a common practice in Asian families. Pray for the house and to be protected from negative influences and to avoid local deities and spirits. Here we see the preparations, such as shopping for the ceremony. When we return to the living room, something strange happens again.
Oh god. Okay. Oh, everyone's moving in. What's going on? Oh.
Then we enter Li Feng's room. Here we can see her dancing shoes. While on the bed, we find a letter from her friends. The letter says Li Feng wanted to pursue her dreams with her friends to become a famous celebrity. But because she had to focus on family, she was forced to leave that world behind. The letter also explains how she was forced to sell her ancestral family home, which her friends believe is a temporary solution to what might be a significant family problem. This might be true because in this room, we can find a hole behind Li Feng's vinyl record. Peeking through it, we see a scene where Mei Xin calls her father to play with her while he's working.
Oh, I'm trying to send a message into the past. Bro, wake up! Dude, listen to your daughter, bro! Oh, this is so sad. Dude, come on, bro.
Then we see a lock in the wardrobe that requires a 4-digit code to open. With the message, the password is in my favorite picture. Next, we enter Mei Xin's room and find a flower pot with the writing, "You turn my deepest misery into a comforting flower." The meaning of this message will become clear as the story progresses. Upon entering the living room, we see a paper explaining Sigu Guanyin, who subdued a large, aggressive serpent, and then helped farmers drive away pests like insects and rats. Heading to the kitchen, we find a letter from Du Fengyu's friend, stating that the script he wrote, "The Lives I've Lived," was rejected by 6 directors, and suggesting that he write a new script. This could be the source of Du Fengyu's frustration in the scene we saw earlier. We enter the kitchen and hear a radio. When turned on, we hear a confession from a woman using the alias Renee from Taipei, asking the broadcaster for advice on how to change her husband. In her confession, it sounds like her husband's career is in the dump, but he still spends money lavishly and lives like a king, as if he's still successful and rich. The radio host tells Renee that changing someone like that is difficult because it's easier for him to pretend that he's successful than to accept that his career is no longer brilliant. We suspect that Renee is actually Li Feng, who sent an anonymous message to the radio broadcast asking for advice about her husband. From the evidence gathered this time, we see that Li Feng's perspective about her marriage to Du Fengyu. As a former successful and famous celebrity where all the attention was on her, Li Feng decided to sacrifice her career as a celebrity, even selling the family home, to focus solely on the family. However, as time passed, unwanted things kept happening. Du Fengyu's career as a screenwriter slowly crumbled away. His writing became less attractive and often rejected, leading to frustration. The family began to lose their wealth gradually because Du Fengyu was still trapped in his past success, spending money lavishly as if he were still at the peak of his career. We now exit the room and see the figure of Li Feng looking at the bulletin board outside the room.
Oh my fucking god, that's not a doll. Oh, that's not a porcelain doll this time. Oh my god.
The bulletin has a news clipping about how the famous singer Gong Li Feng left a life of fame to devote herself to family. Then we enter the door with 1985. Where this time, we learn about what happened from Mei Shin's perspective. In the living room, we see a paper labeled The Elysian Travel Guide, and on the back, Li Feng's words state that Mei Shin was very sad because her vacation plans were cancelled, and Mei Shin locked herself in her room. She asks us to read Mei Shin's favorite storybook. On the couch, we see a locked travel suitcase. We can hear the sound of a storm outside, which could indicate why the plan was cancelled. As we walk, we light a candle on the piano, then on the dining table. Besides food, we see medications on the table. We can also light a candle on Du Feng Yu's work desk, with a trash can full of what looks like discarded script papers. We then enter the kitchen and find a wine brew doodle, drawn by Mei Shin, based on a wine poem written by Du Feng Yu. It says that shoes, crowns, and a red dress are the basic elements of a superstar. Next to it, we see a wine pot with an attached paper containing a poem about wine, written by Du Feng Yu, about his dreams and hopes for his child's development. Upon returning, we can enter Mei Shin's room. This time, we find an essay written by Mei Shin, telling about her family. Her mother is a housewife who was once a famous singer, and her father is a screenwriter. In this letter, Mei Shin also says that she has poor health, so she rarely attends school. There's also a doll representing Mei Shin lying on the bed, but when we turn away, the doll suddenly disappears.
Whoa, 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 I didn't like that.
We then walk to the master bedroom and find another piece of the story about Sigui Guanyin. This story tells of a dying novice monk saved by the spirit serpent, who had lived for thousands of years by sacrificing its body. The writing also includes instructions to brew its blood and flesh into medicinal wine. Now, and we find Mei Shin's doll sitting on the work desk.
Hey girl, what you reading there?
She holds a school journal, writing about how she is bored with the routine at home, like watching the same TV shows repeatedly and meeting many doctors without getting any better. The next day, she talks about the arowana fish in her house, trapped in a small aquarium, as it reminds her of her own condition of not being free. After reading the journal, the room suddenly changes.
Whoa, 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 what the fuck, where are we?
With several buttons depicting how Mei Shin lives her life, her desire to play freely at home like other children, her attempt to escape, and her rejection of the medication she has to take daily. She actually threw her pills into the arowana fish tank because she's fed up with this torturous routine. Suddenly, this happens.
Oh my god!
This time, we see the dead arowana in the aquarium, with many pills around it. Its eyes is replaced by a glass marble that we take. Then we return to the master bedroom and open the wardrobe. The Mei Shin doll has now moved inside the wardrobe. In front of it is a chest with a puzzle on top. Here we use the marble we obtained earlier. After solving the puzzle, we get a suitcase inside. Finally, we open the locked suitcase in the living room to get Mei Shin's favorite storybook.
Flowers and Love. Mei Shin always requests I read this to her at bedtime.
The Mei Shin doll now sits in her room, and we read the storybook to the doll. Upon opening the book, we are transported into a story in a 2D format, controlling the main character. The story is about a girl named Sasha and her father. Her father is injured while hunting a large boar, leaving him severely wounded and bedridden. Sasha tries to find a way to heal her father, but he continues to suffer in pain. No medicine seems to be able to cure his wound. So, Sasha decides to go on an adventure to find the cure. She eventually finds a temple of the fertile goddess, who gives Sasha a magical seed. The goddess explains that the seed can grow into a flower that cures any illness, but it must be fertilized with something precious planted into the ground. Sasha remembers her father once told her about something very precious in the sky tree, spirit water. Determined, she goes on an adventure to find the water to grow her seed. Along the way, she meets a bear, quarreling deer, and an owl. Sasha uses items around her to overcome these obstacles, throwing an apple so the bear jumps and becomes a bridge, taking an antler to disguise herself as deer to pass through the quarreling deer, and catching a caterpillar to help the mother owl feed her children. Here Mei Shin shows her high empathy. She modifies the story. When the bear is about to fall, she draws a bubble. She draws glasses on the deer to improve their vision so they stop quarreling. She draws a packet of chocolate so the baby owls don't have to eat the caterpillars. This shows Mei Shin doesn't want to solve problems in a way that harms others, but seeks solutions where everyone is happy. But at the end of the story, Sasha finds that the source of the spirit water has dried up and cannot fertilize the seed she carries. Her father then says it's okay. As long as she is fine, Daddy has nothing to be afraid of. Sasha cries and her tears drop onto the seed in her hand. Suddenly, the plant grows into a yellow tulip flower. Her father then realizes that his child is the most precious thing in the land.
Father realizes his daughter is the most precious thing in the land. Oh!
After her father recovers, they plant the flower in their garden as a thanks to the fertile goddess. And the two appear happy amid a vast field of tulips. When we open the last page of the book, we find a tulip origami made from a discarded manuscript.
Remember how it said, do you guys remember how it said, you turned my biggest thing into something nice, into a flower? That's what she did. She folded one of his scripts into a flower.
Finally, we exit the living room. While walking, we find a science article on the wall exploring anxiety and its relation to sudden changes in the environment. Now, we enter a door with the year 1986.
Oh, we're going in time. Okay, so it looks like we're going through our memories. I like how they're also saying that the year that each key is in.
The first thing we see is an altar of Sigu Guanyin at the end of the room. Then, we see a television broadcasting the Rainbow Star stage program. This time, we see a scene where the judges praise Mei Shin's ability to sing the song Lady of the Pier. The judge also mentions the impressive ability of Mei Shin's competitor, who has won this contest 4 times, and says determining the winner of this match is a challenging task. After that, the broadcast cuts off and repeats. On the table in front of us, we see a blurred photo of Mei Shin playing the piano. We also obtain a camera. On the work desk, we see a paper continuing the legend of Sigu Guanyin. This time, the story is about the miracle of a potion made from a serpent's body and blood, which was drunk by a novice monk in the previous story, and he miraculously recovered. The figure of Sigu recognizes the noble deed of the serpent spirit and gives it the title the Guardian. Since then, it is believed that whenever the figure Sigu Guanyin appears, they see the figure of the serpent. We enter the master bedroom, where we can place a vinyl record sung by Li Feng.
All right, let's see what we listen to. How good is her singing? Let's see how good her singing is.
Faintly, behind us, we hear Mei Shin singing along, but she sounds like she's crying. And when we try to capture her,
Hey, it's all right. It's okay. Please don't jump scare me. Oh God.
she instantly disappears
Okay.
again, leaving Li Feng's crown on the bed. The entire room now turns red, with photos of Li Feng bleeding from the eyes. The walls are covered with Mei Shin's doodles, and eyeballs appear everywhere, on the ceilings and the walls. We then return to Mei Shin's room, where we can find another essay written by her. This time, it talks about her dream of becoming a superstar like her mother. She even goes to singing classes every week to pursue that dream. After reading it, we are instantly transported into a scene from Mei Shin's perspective.
Damn, bro. Yeah, damn.
This scene shows how stressed Mei Shin feels while studying, but behind her, her parents keep arguing. Li Feng constantly criticizes her husband for being very wasteful and buying unimportant things. It is revealed that Du Fengyu keeps donating to the Sigu Guanyin temple, which Du Fengyu believes will bring health to Mei Shin, but in reality, it doesn't help at all. Overcome by uncontrollable anger, he is heard criticizing his wife for often wearing revealing dresses and wanting to take them away by force. The ongoing chaos makes Mei Shin more and more stressed. Her heartbeat sounds louder and can finally no longer be contained by Mei Shin, causing her to faint unconscious. Now we return to the living room and see Li Feng's dress hanging, torn to shreds, indicating Du Fengyu's anger taken out by destroying his wife's
It's
dress.
just eyeballs. Okay, red dress. Tattered Q Pao dress. Li Feng's famous red Q Pao dress when she was popular. It's been sliced and torn. Dude, that's so fucked up.
Now we can exit this room, but when we leave, the hallway atmosphere changes. There's a small stage in the middle of the room, showing Mei Shin.
Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 chill. Whoa.
We see a scene where Mei Shin appears pressured while performing, showing that although she wants to be a superstar like her mother, Mei Shin seems stressed doing so, revealing that it could be out of obligation rather than self-fulfillment. Then we return to the 1980 door and place an origami flower brought by Mei Shin into the pot. Miraculously, a flower grows from the pot.
I'm pretty sure there's a story that I hope it blossoms beautifully in the future.
Then we set up a camera on a tripod and enter Mei Shin's perspective as she plays the piano with a birthday song for her father.
E, F, D, C. Oh! Aw. That's so sweet. I'm sure this photo will bring back good memories someday.
After that, we exit again.
They look like they worked hard. Oh, look, she's running away. That's her talking about leaving the house.
We find a letter from Li Feng's mother to her daughter. It states that her mother tries to calm Li Feng down after she argues with her husband. It also seems Li Feng wants to leave the house because she can't stand their fights anymore, especially since Li Feng is a celebrity and gossip outside is unavoidable. Her mother advises her to think about their young child and keep arguments with Du Fengyu in the room only, not letting their child or outsiders hear. Then we try to return to the 1985 door. This time, we don't enter the living room directly, but walk down a corridor filled with yellow tulips. Mei Shin's voice is heard, telling about her condition of being sick in bed, and her father buying her storybook she really likes. She says she also tried to create her own story to make the book funnier. Besides that, her father taught her how to fold origami flowers, and she learned how to make tulip origami and place her best origami behind the book so her father could see it when he's reading the story.
So the next time Daddy reads to me, you'll see it for sure. Oh my god, dude.
We then arrive in a room full of yellow tulips with a bed in the middle. As we approach, there's a script titled Tulip, It tells the frustration of a screenwriter who is starting to lose his creativity and tears up the script pages he made, and his child turns the pieces into paper flowers. A paper discarded by the world becomes a treasure in the eyes of a small child.
God, dude, this is so fucking sad. A metal fragment, there's a man carved on it.
After reading the script, we obtain the second carved relief fragment with the image of a man. When we turn around, the tulip-filled corridor we pass through now changes back into a hallway, and we can access the living room and walk to the kitchen. In the kitchen, we can place Li Feng's dress, crown, and red shoes into the wine pot. This aligns with a doodle drawn by Mei Xin based on Du Fengyu's poem. Now it says we must wait a while to open the pot. Then we exit the 1985 room. While walking, we find a letter written by Du Fengyu to Mei Xin's school, stating that he has chosen to deactivate Mei Xin's school trip because she must focus on the singing competition. Du promises to schedule an educational outing himself, which we all know is just a lie.
Oh, bitch! What the fuck? Oh god. Plum blossom, when will you bloom?
Then we re-enter the 1986 store. This time, we see many wine pots in the body of a giant serpent, like Sigu Guanyin legend.
September 19th. Clear skies.
While walking, Mei Xin's voice is heard. She tells how her condition hasn't improved. Every time she can't sleep and feels unwell, her father always takes her to Mentor Hugh to pray. Once before, when taken to this mentor, her illness improved, so her father strongly believes in the ritual. Her mother doubts it, but because her father believes, Mei Xin also believes and undergoes the ritual.
What the fuck, dude? Oh. What the fuck?
This is evident from this scene. Mei Xin voluntarily jumps into a wine full of serpents without being pushed by Du Fengyu, indicating her trust in her father's decision. After that, the scene returns to the kitchen, with the wine pot now fallen and spilled. We get another script piece telling the hope of both parents and that their child will be filial when grown up and support them, and the child trying hard to do so to repay their parents' kindness, showing just how big the family's expectations are for their child's future. Additionally, we obtain the first carved relief fragment. The television in the living room finally shows the last scene of Mei Xin's competition. It turns out, Mei Xin failed to win the contest, with a score of 89 points for her opponent, while Mei Xin only got 88, losing by just 1 point.
Oh no! Guys, I don't think she won!
In front of the TV, we get a photo album with a picture that is now clear. Mei Xin playing the piano on her birthday. The photo shows the date it was taken, 0716. This date is the code to open the wardrobe in the master bedroom that was previously locked in 1980.
Okay, there you go. Holy fuck, I thought I forgot it again.
When opened, we once again enter Mei Xin's perspective. This time, she says this wardrobe is her escape place, where she feels safe. She can also freely sing without others watching, unlike on stage with many spectators staring at her. Then, we are shown Mei Xin performing on stage, with Du Fengyu watching her, indicating Mei Xin's desire to simply make her father proud, not out of passion or to entertain others. Finally, we see an image of Mei Xin inside the wardrobe, depicting the stage where she sings. Inside the wardrobe, we get a script, Birthday Grab, telling about relatives coming with hopes that the child celebrating their birthday will have a good career in the future. Beside it, we get the final carved relief fragment, with the image of a girl carved on it. Finally, we can open the last door in the hallway, using all these fragments. However, as we head there, our character keeps getting teleported back repeatedly.
Dennis! Oh. Ooh, I don't like it. Oh no, it's gonna stop me from going. Is it gonna stop me from... Oh, fuck.
Eventually, the figure of Li Feng appears before us and starts chasing our character.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. Is it chasing? Oh, I don't like this. Oh my fucking god. Okay, please end. Please be over.
We keep running towards a room that looks like a maze until we finally enter an elevator.
Oh, here we are. Oh, thank god. Oh my god.
From inside, we see that the figure chasing us eventually falls, and we leave them behind.
Oh god. Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck off. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, fuck off. Oh, go down, bro. Oh, she okay?
Inside the elevator, a recording is heard. Li Feng has finally returned to the entertainment industry. The host asked Li Feng's reason for her return, saying that it was a difficult decision, but she was forced to return because she couldn't stand her husband's ego. She feels she tried hard to maintain the family's condition to be okay, while her husband gave a lot of money to a spiritual mentor, buying many mystical junk incenses and attaching charms. Now their house looks chaotic. Her husband even accused Mei Xin of being haunted by something malicious and forced her to worship Guanyin to atone for her sins. She also says Mei Xin is very close to her father, and her father always takes her to the spiritual mentor, and Li Feng can't do anything about it. Finally, Li Fang decides that after finishing this filming, she will take her family away from that house and find a peaceful place where they can call home. After exiting the elevator, we walk down the hallway again and hear Li Fang saying this.
Every single time. Okay. Do fun you. I long for the days when life was simple and the three of us were happy.
When we look back, we see Li Fang heading towards the elevator, carrying an umbrella and a suitcase of clothes while singing the last line of Lady of the Pier. We then walk towards the door in front of us. As we open it, we get a scene similar to the beginning of the game, where we watch TV about Mei Xin singing, but this time, we see Mei Xin looking towards us from her room.
Why is she doing this shit, man? Why is she being creepy about it?
We try to walk towards Mei Xin's room. This time, we find her room empty and hear Mei Xin's voice looking for her mother.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, we enter Mei Xin's perspective. What happened after her mother left? Mei Xin wakes up every day with anxiety.
What? Oh no, it's all her memories. Oh no.
Her life at school becomes very stressful. Her sense of loss is evident when talking about her family. On the paper in front of her, she seems to erase her mother's name, and now she only eats with her father. There are many cough medicines she has to take every day, and the pressure to practice singing burdens her every day.
She's freaking out, guys. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, hey, that's our hand. It's the dad's hands. Calm her down. What the fuck? Oh, this is why the bathroom was locked.
Finally, we get a report of Mei Xin's health, showing that her physical health is fine, but recommending that she visit a psychiatric department. But once again, Du Fengyu cannot accept the reality that his child is not normal.
But mentally, she's not. Oh, fuck.
The scene continues with a phone in front of us. The call is from Du Fengyu's spiritual mentor. He asks about Mei Xin's worsening condition and convinces Du Fengyu to bring his child to see him again. When we look back, there is an altar for Sigu Guanyin. It shows Du Fengyu declaring his devotion to Sigu Guanyin.
Okay, we got our red blindfold.
He strongly believes his child is possessed by an evil spirit and asks to purify his child's soul. This time, we are faced with a candle and hear the mentor's voice saying that the candle flame represents Mei Xin's soul. He convinces us that the unsteady flickering flame confirms her soul's detachment. He then directs us to search for traces of Mei Xin and find a way out. We walk through the building until we find a paper boat floating on the water. Hugh says that the water is a symbol of guidance from Sigu Guanyin and asks Du Fengyu to repeat the chant. Instantly, the paper boat moves along the water flow. Then a sandbank appears in front of us. The mentor commands us to follow it as a sign of the embodiment of it, Sigu Guanyin.
You're in close proximity to the underworld now. Watch your step. Keep following the light. Okay.
We continue walking until we find a bridge. Under it, we see many shadows of humans burning due to their wrongdoings. Hugh tells us to ignore them and continue walking towards the underworld. We pass through the archway, a rocky path through hell where people receive eternal punishment. Here, we're told to keep walking while continuously chanting to invoke Sigu Guanyin.
Sir, dude, this is part of hell where sinners receive their eternal punishment. This does not concern you. Don't touch anything, make haste. Okay, damn, they got, oh, that one got crushed by it. They were sinners in life. God damn, they deserve no compassion.
Finally, we reach a tree. The tree is said to be Du Fengyu's tree of life. Hugh says if he wants to see the will of Sigu Guanyin, he must enter the tree. Our character finally enters, and we are transported into a cave with giant pens along the cave walls. We're told to find a way up from the cave, which is said to be the deepest inner being of Du Fengyu. We navigate through the cave until we find a door similar to the bathroom door in our house.
I got it. Easy. Oh, it's a bathroom door that's always been locked.
We're warned to ignore any voices inside the room. During the journey, we hear Du Fengyu's voice and see his figure beside us. Du Fengyu hears his inner voice reminding him of memories with his child, planting flowers together, and every time a flower petal falls, his child tries to fix it. Just like the script Du Fengyu discarded and turned into an origami by his child as an effort to express love to her father. It sounds sad, but this is the path Du Fengyu chose, and now he believes there is only one way to save his child, to continue on this path. At the end of the path, we open the door and we see the figure of Mei Xin with various animal masks, just like the show she watches on TV repeatedly every day, and this happened.
Daddy's my favorite person in the whole world. No matter what, Daddy. Oh God, take me home, okay? Oh jeez. Why are you ignoring me? Oh, this is the cartoon shit that we saw. Damn! Whoa.
Instantly, the figure of Sigu Guanyin appears before Du Fengyu. Hugh's voice is heard, saying Mei Xin's soul is trapped in this place. To save her, Du Fengyu must make an oath with Sigu Guanyin, and what happens next is absolutely horrifying. So if you're squeamish, I'm warning you now, there's a lot of body horror. We then see Mei Shin's figure holding a spoon in her hand, and then this happens.
Spoon. Thanks, man. Now I'll be able to eat some soup. Am I gonna scoop my eyeballs out? Is that why we didn't have? Is that why we didn't have any eyeballs in the mirror? Oh my fucking god! Oh bitch! Ah! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh god, dude!
We walk again. This time Mei Shin holds a hook tool in her hand.
That's a lot more violent than a spoon. God, dude. My tongue. Oh god! Ew! Oh! Oh my fucking god! Oh! Oh!
After the ritual is performed, the voice says Mei Shin's soul has returned, and Du Fengyu can perform the final prayer. This time, we see Mei Shin's figure floating, and a pair of scissors is in front of us.
Just one eyeball and one tongue. What is this for? Are we gonna cut off our fingers or something? Yeah, what are they removing now, man? Is it gonna be our wrist, like right here? Or is it gonna be in the middle? Oh! That wasn't too bad. Finally, you shall kneel and wholeheartedly worship Siguanin. Siguanin can sense your devotion. Devotion! All will be in harmony. Oh god.
We move to a room with an altar for Sigu Guanyin in front of us. We find a paper about the ritual we just performed. Beside it is a consultant recording that we can play on a cassette tape. The recording captures the conversation between Hugh and his followers. His followers had given their wealth for years, but there was no sign of miracles from Sigu Guanyin to improve their lives. There was even a father's victim with cancer who refused chemotherapy because he was given hope he could live for more than 2 years. But in reality, his father eventually died.
This is a scam artist, dude. We fell into a scam.
Upon exiting, it seems Du Fengyu slowly realizes his mistake. With the voice of Hugh instructing us to perform a ritual using the snake wine prepared in the bathtub, and convinces Du Fengyu to stay strong and prove his devotion, saying this practice requires patience. To see the results, it takes about 7 days. He must soak his child in the wine for that duration. Du Fengyu is even prohibited from opening the bathroom door while Mei Shin is inside, and Du Fengyu realizes he made a mistake that caused him to lose his beloved child.
Oh, that's why it's locked! No, dude. No.
We re-enter the 1987 room. This time, as we walk towards the bathroom, we see spilled wine covering the walls and the floor, as well as a charm paper stuck on the walls and bathroom door. Signs of the terrible ritual Du Fengyu performed on Mei Shin for 7 days. We're now finally able to enter the bathroom. Once entering, everything appears bright, and only an origami flower seen on the floor. What happens next is probably the most beautiful thing I've witnessed in a horror game. Mei Shin's voice is heard, holding back her longing for her mother, who hasn't returned home. She says her breathing problems have recurred, and her father said they would stop going to the doctor and instead go to mentor Hugh. Mei Shin says she knows what can heal her. She keeps folding as many tulips as possible, maybe enough to fill her entire room. Mei Shin wants to make as many flowers as in her favorite storybook because she believes it can heal her. Mei Shin also says she wants to fulfill her birthday wish to become a superstar, and her parents can sit together watching her on TV. She wants her parents to be happy again, missing what the family used to be.
Oh, dude, no. She just wanted to make tulips with her dad, bro.
After following the path of flowers, we finally see Mei Shin running. When we catch up to her, we find Mei Shin playing outside the house, symbolizing the freedom she always wanted, free from her parents' demands, all the medications, and the mental illness she experienced. At the end of the scene, Mei Shin looks back and says,
"Papa, 我们回家吧."
Oh god. I'm sad Mondays. Oh, that's the end, guys. Oh god. That was heartbreaking. Damn. Oh my fucking god.
Credits roll with Mei Shin singing Lady of the Pier, whose final lyrics are, "If there's an afterlife, are you still willing?" The same song Li Feng sang when she left. Here we understand the meaning. Despite all that happened in her family, financial pressure, and Du Fengyu's ego, Mei Shin and Li Feng still love Du Fengyu, asking if there's a chance to live again, would he still want to be with them?
And that's the story of Devotion, the saddest horror game ever. It's an insight into just how destructive devoting yourself to one thing can truly be. And as you can see with this video, this game doesn't really have any justification for why it was taken off the markets, but a quick summary of why it was. Basically, there were some hidden game files that Chinese players found out about, and within these files, it was actually making fun of the Chinese president. So after that, the Chinese players review bombed the hell out of this game, and company was basically forced to remove it from Steam and all other gaming platforms. And that's basically it. If you want a full video about that, I suggest watching Super Eyepatchwell's video on it. It's really good and totally goes way more in depth than I will be going into it. Feel free to stop by my streams every Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on Twitch and TikTok to go watch me play games like this. Right now we are playing Ultra Kill and Hollow Knight. Anyway, I've been Objectively Swag, and you have been. Thank you for watching. Bye.